Hey you! Yeah you! Do you like when your characters are looking the best as they can possibly look? Do you like character enhancement modes? Here is few modes where you can make your characters look great again. Everybody knows that the Skyrim community has to be maybe one of the most horny communities out there, so you bet.
It feels like every guard here has been shot in the knee at least once. They won't stop talking about it. It's right out.
Nice.
There is going to be more mods I will cover in this video for female characters than male characters, which, let's be real with each other for 1 second here, you know that's what you came for. You came for the titties. For the great mods, I mean.
I'm not gonna judge your journey. It is your fantasy.
I'm gonna go through those mods very quickly, so I won't waste your time. Don't forget to throw a like, give a sub, support the channel, it helps YouTube promote my work, and it also helps me find my audience. I don't ask for much, but again, I wanted to thank you for watching the video. I'm going to divide the mods on different segments in this video. For instance, we have skin type of mods, eye type of mods, hair type of mods. As a great man once told me, you always need to put all of your baskets in one egg, and you can find all of the mods down in the video description. Let's begin. First of all, you want to give your characters some expression. You know, the thing that people in real life don't have anymore?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
That's right, we're getting all of the expressive Facegen type of mods. That is expressive Facegen for males, females, and the Facegen morphs. That is going to make your characters to express human emotions, you know, the one element that is absent from our lives, and it's going to breathe so much more life into your characters. Instead of your characters standing there like dolls, this is going to make them blink, smile. You want to grab high poly head, and this mod is not existing on the Nexus. What high poly head does, it makes the head of all of the NPCs look high poly. This is why I don't attempt to make jokes in this channel. This is going to completely reset all of the NPCs, and it's going to make your characters look so much more better. Comparing high poly head to any normal vanilla head is just crazy how different it looks. In order to enable high poly head, do exactly what I'm doing here. Go to your character when you are into the show race menu, go to head, go to face part, and roll this on 3. This is going to enable high poly head. Next, let's go to the skin type of mods. I am using different skins for males in order to make the Nords of Skyrim to look like real Gigachads. There is a 4 mod installer which you can choose your own choices, how you want the male characters to look like. Then you want to enhance the female NPCs, and I am using the BNP female skin, BNP teeth, and also grab the BNP children. And last comment for the BNP children, it has some requirements on the Nexus. Do exactly what I'm doing with my taxes and completely ignore those and just download the main mod. All of those mods together are going to make both the male, the female, and even the children, which I personally hate in Skyrim, look much more better, much more modern. Let's move to the eye section. The eyes in Skyrim is actually quite big. I'm just going to give you some of the best options I have when it comes to Skyrim, and my idea again is not just to make the perfect Gigachad or the perfect wife when it comes to playing Skyrim, but make characters that actually kind of look like a better version of the base vanilla game, aka not losing their vanilla touch while at the same time feeling immersive. We're going to use eye clipping fix and improve eye model. Those two mods are going to fix the blocky, ugly looking eye models when it comes to Skyrim. They work for high poly head and all of the expressive type of mods we've installed earlier. Use both of those, and again, they're going to completely remake the eye models to look way more detailed. On top of that, those are the mods I'm using, and I'm going to speedrun through them. BNP Eye Pack, Kiraya Eyes, Kalia's Eyes, the Eyes of Beauty, AI Remastered. This is a newer mod that came out that you usually get, not the original, and Poki's Quirk Eyes. On top of that, I am going to install some eyebrow type of mods, such as CG Female Brows, Improved High Poly Head, which includes the CG Female Brows, but for high poly head and brows by Facegen for high poly head. I'm 100% sure I didn't murder the name. Those are my favorite eye type of mods or brow type of mods when it comes to making my characters that you've seen in some of my videos. Simplicity is great and you don't need every single eye mod out there, just enough to make your characters look really nice. That being said, we have few more. Let's jump to the makeup section, or the makeup scene as I like to call it. We have beauty marks too, lovely makeup too, which those two are going to give you way more overlays for your mostly female characters, let's be real, to have way more options including eyeliners, lipstick and all of those other things that girls like to have and not nerds in Skyrim, because why would anybody have makeup when they're fighting dragons and killing giants? But this is why I love Skyrim, because it's a fantasy game. That being said, we're getting vanilla makeup HD, Coralina's makeup, even more makeup by, you've guessed it, everybody's favorite Coralina, community shaders 1, 2, 3, which is going to add shaders like tattoos, if that makes sense, which are super badass and they will make your characters stand out. Those overlays, they work for male characters as well, so if you want to make Kratos from God of War, use that one. And speaking of tattoos, let's get Nihgor's war paints. It's going to give full HD war paints for your characters, and on top of that we have Yvonne assets to add a little bit few more things when it comes to makeup for mostly female characters like beauty marks, freckles, all this type of shenanigans. And lastly, use wolf paint, face, race menu overlays, that's right, for way more war paints which everybody loves. Grab the Northbourne scars for high poly head, which is going to add HD version of scars working with a high poly head. Next, let's go to the hair mods I like to use. First of all, I am using Vanilla Hair Remake SMP, which is going to add HD physics to the vanilla hairstyles we all know and love. On top of that, you want to get the Vanilla Hair Salt and Wind, which is going to give the vanilla hairs the texture that they very desperately need. On top of that, we have Mystic's Tincture Immersive Hair Colors. This is the best hair color adjuster I found on the Nexus to this day. If any of you has any better suggestions, feel free to type it down to the comment section. Essentially what this mod does when it comes to hairs in Skyrim and colors, the hair colors are extremely boring, just like my videos. This mod is going to add much more vibrant colors to a point where they don't feel way too off, but they actually enhance the coloring. We have 3 hair mods that I like to use. We have Thick Braid SMP, which you might say this is a boring hair, but honestly this looks like something that could be included in the vanilla game, and it also has physics. It looks fantastic. It's one of my most favorite hairs that I usually like to use. Then we have the modular NCP hairstyles, which are some really nice hairstyles we've got, and then there is something that you won't find on the Nexus, which is called Dint Hair. Dint is a modder that is making some of the best hair mods in Skyrim, but he's selling his mods on his Patreon, so if you want to pay for that, feel free to do so. If you don't, I think he has a sample where he gives some of those for free. They require HD physics in order to work. Lastly, let's go with some extras. We have Goam's elven ears and Goam's earrings for those elven ears. I love elven ears, they are great, and when it comes to playing both male and female characters in Skyrim, I think that we don't have really good looking elven ears. This mod fixes that, and it also gives earrings for that if you want to do so. They count for facial hair when it comes to female characters. And lastly, we have Birds by Heavenclemere for high poly head. Those are 90% of the mods I am using on my videos and my playthroughs to make the male characters to look as badass as possible, like real alpha Gigachads, and also the same mods I am using to make the best looking waifus on Skyrim. And that being said, that's all of the mods. So thank you for watching. That was a short video. If you have any question, feel free to type it down in the comment section. I will see you in the next video, and until then, happy modding everyone. It was me, Kavou, and see you later.